Hello, beautiful beings. Let's make a video. They say, let's record a video. Why don't you record a video? Hey, why don't you record a video? It'll make you feel better. Yeah, that's kind of the process that I go through sometimes with the ancients. They're highly encouraging me to do it, and I am resisting. And now I'm hearing Jonathan say trust, because I asked him when I got done talking to him a few days ago, what can I do for you, Jonathan? Or is there anything I can do for you? And he said trust after he paused for a moment. I like the pause because if something comes in really quick, when I ask the ancients a question and the answer comes in just like that, it's my mind. Yep. And so I wait for all of that to settle. And it may be the same as the first thing that popped in really quick, but not usually. So I feel like it really sucks when I have a natural, this is what happened. All day, off and on, I have been thinking about when Ruby, a dog that I love so much, came to my door. It was well below zero, and she was freezing. It was the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. I felt like there was something wrong, and I kept getting up and looking out my window. And one of the times I looked out my window, there she was. And I brought her in, and I put her under my blankets, and I got her all warm. And I didn't want to let her go. It was so incredibly difficult. It's been very hard to not see her, but I can't see her because I can't have anything to do with her owner. No, he's not a stable man at all. Literally throughout all of my life lessons, he was the biggest crazy maker I've ever encountered. I felt absolutely, they're saying, there's one of the reasons you felt like extra insane around him is because I haven't felt crazy like that. I haven't felt insane like that for a long time until I started hanging out with him a couple summers ago. And I knew that Ruby was neglected. And so I was doing everything I possibly could to help her life be better. And I fully 100% overextended. And, it has come full circle to seeing that what happened, my pop quiz this evening, was like I was thinking about her, that situation off and on all day, not dwelling on it. Well, I probably was and didn't realize it. But I saw her out there about 20 minutes ago outside my door, and I haven't seen her outside my door for a year at least. And I was just like, what is that? Did I manifest her coming to my door? Or was I seeing it because I was being told she would come to my door? Maybe it was like like a heads up. There's a pop quiz coming. My pop quiz is, I feel really upset right now. I feel angry and really sad. My heart is hurting because I went against every instinct in me to open my door and just love her, just glom onto her and love her so much. But I had to go against that because I can't allow toxic people into my space, into my life. And if I had her here, that would be interaction with him. And so I got down on the floor. Oh wow, my angel aura is really lighting up right now. I can see the reflection of her in the window. I was just like, oh my gosh, you guys, why am I having to feel like my heart is broken all over again because of her? Because I love her so much, and I know that she doesn't have a very good life. She's not like outwardly abused to where I can call animal control and say, hey, this person is, no, it's more, he's like in his own like blackout, or whatever drug he's doing, like that he's there, even though he's there with her, he's not there. And anyway, so I was just like, what the heck, man? Why does this have to be happening right now? And they zoomed me backwards, and I was just like, okay, so fine. I brought this upon myself because I overextended with her, and what I should have done is said, hey, how's it going, and pet her once in a while, but not totally fall in love with her. I wanted her to be my dog so badly. And I mean, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do that again if it's not my dog, and if there's nothing like outwardly that is the dog is being abused, then I would call animal control if that was the situation, but it's not. Nothing I could prove, nothing provable. Thank you. So I guess it is just a little pop quiz, a reminder to not overextend in certain ways, but it's still, even back then, I just like, even back then, it's like I knew I was overextending at the time, but it just feels like such my heart's desire to help a dog or a person if I possibly can. But okay, so I asked them, so why do I have to go against my natural nature to do that? And they're saying that it has to be divinely orchestrated, not from my ego identity's perception of the situation. When they're bringing me right back to the very beginning of when I met Ruby. What I will do for the rest of my days is, I see a situation like that, I pray is that make it plainly obvious if there's something I can do for that dog, and then have faith, trust, like Jonathan said to me, that's what I can do for them, is trust that if there's something that I can do, it's not putting my blinders up. This is another person's dog. I have zero rights to this dog. So I do trust that in the future, if I see a situation similar to this, I will not overextend at all. But I will, if there's anything that I can possibly do for that dog, as far as having the authorities come in and help that dog, then I will. This used to be my grandmother's. Right, Ocean? This was grandmother's, right? And then it was yours? I'm drinking not so hot chocolate. Thank you, Ancients. I do feel a lot better. My throat chakra was really, like, I felt like I was crying, but it felt like it was all jammed up in my throat chakra and it wouldn't come out. My refrigerator, I think that my refrigerator is acting up right now because it's so cold outside. I did Google it, and it said that, yeah, it can mess with it. I thought it would just make it more cold, but it's like it's competing with what's on the other side of the wall of it. Yeah, so I went and borrowed one of Moonstar's big coolers from storage, and I put all my food in it. And it's no big deal either. Not at all. Okay, is that it, Ancients? What are you doing, Doozer? Thanks for listening. I do feel a lot better, and I really can't wait until my bangs grow out. That's such a luxury problem. It's not even a problem. It's just an annoyance. But hey, you know what? At least I'm not Barbie. My hair will grow back. I just get tired of wearing it up. But yeah, they're getting pretty long. Now I'm just talking to talk because I just want company right now. Oh, okay, yeah. That's actually what I was thinking about recently, is Quite a great realization too about having a divine partner. I feel when I was just about ready to talk to Jonathan, see, they're pretty long. It's not going to take that long until I can put them behind my ears at least. It was a toss up. I didn't know until, right when I was going to talk to him. I didn't know if I was going to ask him about, hey, you guys said, you and Genevieve said that my divine partner was going to show up before the first of the year. This was like 3 or 4 months ago. And is that still true? Is he on course? And through that little process, because I knew I got to talk to him for several weeks before I did, and I love it like that. And I get to talk to him on December 29th also, and that's really exciting. I just love to look forward to it. It's just like, ideas come in, but I know it will be made plainly obvious in that very moment. And it was so amazing because it was like, ask about your divine partner or satsang, about how to advertise. Do you see ways for me to advertise? It was all about satsang. And and I've seen throughout the years that, of course, if I had to choose, it would always be satsang first. That's for humanity. But I've also felt like it was a knowing. I've also felt like I also feel like it is a knowing that I have a divine partner coming in that is basically on the same path as I am, as we are each other. Oh, and they also said that when they said he was coming in, that we were on the same path and he was going to be very, very supportive. Her Genevieve and Jonathan both said that he was going to be very supportive, and Jonathan said that he's a very lively fellow. Uh, and to me, that just means really happy and fun, and he will love to give me piggyback rides. So what I've been shedding a little bit of the sheds, it's like, wait, am I going through a shed right now? That's how it is now. It's gotten a lot easier. It's kind of like after birth pains, but it's not incredibly painful. The Ruby pop quiz just was a stab in the heart, but it's okay. It's all right. Now my only job is to not entertain any thoughts about her or her dad. So so I'm like, okay, a divine partner, is that a knowing, or is it just a conditioned belief that I keep turning my attention to because it feels so good? That may not seem like a bit that big of a deal, but if it's conditioned beliefs, thoughts about surrounding a conditioned, an unnecessary, there you go, an unnecessary conditioned way of thinking. A belief is just a thought we keep thinking, and then it becomes a belief, and it seems like we've always been that way, but no, no, not in any case. You may say, well, no, well, I know. No. When we were born, we brought certain aspects, certain issues that needed healing, that we were still working on when we left the last life. This is just how I've seen it over the years. We do bring that in to work on. Okay, so then we do that, and then it attracts. And also, we chose our family, certain situations, life situations, to help with that, aid in that healing, and just our soul's evolution. Our soul evolves, they've told me, but our true essence, it doesn't. It's always the same. So I just feel like in the last week, it's really been more fine tuned. And I really haven't been thinking about a divine partner like I always have. I've noticed that I'm really not thinking about it at much at all. And okay, so when I noticed that I had stopped thinking about or entertaining any of the thoughts that come in surrounding a divine partner, and getting very bored with some of the intuitive tarot readers I've listened to for a long time. I finally see it all of a sudden how they're just saying the same thing. Some of them, not all. Some of them are just basically saying the same thing over and over, and has a lot to do with. I've weeded a lot of these out too. Most of them has a lot to do with this mystery person, this person that's going to complete your life. It's going to make your life be what. No, 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 no. My life is already made, and whoever joins with my life, enters my life, well, I'll be entering their life also, but it'll be such a fluid, beautiful, organic, flowing type of situation. No overextending on either part. Very, very balanced human beings are coming into my existence. Yeah. Jonathan said that he saw, and the question that came out about Satsang was, do you see ways that I can advertise it? And also, do you see people coming to help with my foundation, the Mama G Foundation? And he said, yes, specifically, I see 3 people coming to help you and many more along the way. Yeah, that's very exciting. And it's just gradual. And that's just how I like it too. All of a sudden it seems like something happens, but that's just a part of the gradualness of divine timing. 290 beautiful being subscribers. 290 people have chosen to subscribe to my channel and stay subscribed. I'm hardly ever am I down a subscriber now. Yeah, I'm a little superstitious. I'm gonna knock on that wood. I woke up, I sent a screenshot to Ocean yesterday, 288, and I woke up today and had 290. I was just like, wow. I never, ever would have thought that I would be so grateful that it has been so gradual. But it just, I feel that I get to experience something that people that get thousands of subscribers right away, they're missing out on. Hopefully they get that experience in some other way. But no way. If somebody would have tried to tell me a long time ago, you would prefer things to go more gradually than very quickly, I would have been like, no, you must not know me at all. But yeah, it's true. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put Ruby in my burden box. I usually have called it a God box, but I really like the name. I really like it, burden box. Yeah, I just put that. I'm gonna put Ruby in there, and yeah, how about her dad too? He's a man of humanity. Yeah, and I want to deeply, deeply love the men of humanity. I want to see you like the divine wants me to see you. And that's from the eyes of being, like from like how we're seeing each other when we're at home before we come to planet Earth. They're seeing planet Earth is so distorting. Oh wow. That was so beautiful. I feel so much better. My back is getting so much better too. I found some amazing exercises that it says that Japanese elders use, and I was just like, yeah, okay. I found the ones, and I can't believe already how much better I feel today. I've been working at it though for a while, and I've just learned and have been learning so much about how to take care of my physical form. So, well, for example, last night when I Googled, more about how to help my thoracic spine area. I realized recently that it was the thoracic spine and the neck, like that whole area I've needed to treat. And sure enough, I started finding videos where they're talking about this certain situation that I've had, just this searing, burning pain in between my shoulder blades, and then this one hung up spot in my neck. And they were just describing it so perfectly. I've had this spot in my neck for so many years, I don't even know now. But the exercises I've been doing recently are really starting to loosen that up, and I've been learning so much. And last night when I realized, okay, so I wrote this down. This is what it said. This is what it said during one of the parts of the videos of the video. One part of whatever. It says, in 3 months, you will move differently. In 6 months, you will feel like you have turned back the clock. I believe that with all of my heart, because I've been praying for that type of miracle, and the only thing that I need to do is do it. And that's one beautiful thing about physical pain for me, is some people can't do anything about it, but for myself, I can still do something about it, and that's my only part, is to do it. And it has finally clicked to me that, well, I basically hold the key. It's a co-creative experience, obviously, with the divine, because the divine sent me these videos, and I have the willingness and the fortitude and the stick-to-itiveness to do this for myself. And when it says 3 months, in 3 months you will move differently, that resonated so deeply. And there was a time in my life I would have been like, 3 months? That's so far away. It's not very far away at all. Right now, talking to you, they're showing me that right this very moment, 3 months ago, I was talking about 3 months from now. And that's right now. It's always right now. So there basically is no 3 months from now, but magically my hair will be longer. And since I'm sticking to these beautiful new exercises that I have found, that have come to me, that I've been gifted with, in 3 months, three months of nows, I will be moving differently. And 6 months from now, when the busy season hits with the vacation rentals, I will feel like you have turned back the clock. I like the hands of time. I thought that's what I wrote. In 6 months, you will feel like you have turned back the clock. The hands of time. I like the hands of time better. That's what it said originally. I don't know why I wrote the clock. I'm going to change that. Wording is very important to me, because when I read it, well, it's all vibrational. And it helps when I read it and it really resonates, every word resonates, then I feel it even more deeply. And so it takes a while to relearn, they're saying, to let go of all the self-defeating behaviors I've had in my life, to ignore the really strong, they seem like really strong thoughts, but they're just thoughts. None of them have any more power than the others. It's our emotional charge to them and how much of our attention we give to them. That's what makes them feel powerful. And if something has been conditioned into us, then those thoughts come in, and we're ascending out of that, and we're shedding these things off. When they come in, it seems very tempting to give my attention to them, but I'm learning not to, and that I've been working diligently on that, surrounding. I don't have anorexia anymore, but I worked diligently, and I will continue for the rest of my days to not entertain any thoughts about what my physical form looks like. I feel incredibly healthy, and since I was forced to, from excruciating physical pain, from my first and only and my last gout attack in my foot, I have given up all sugar. And, I'm just like, wow. So that anorexia, it was psychological, the anorexia was. I was completely focused on my stomach, but now that I've given up sugar, wow, it's my body's exactly where I always wanted it to be. But that was psychological. I mean, I can say that now. Wow, that I could have just given up sugar. No, it has actually taken years to give up sugar. And obviously, I wasn't ever successful at it because I just got my ass kicked recently. Well, about a month ago now. So I'm getting very far on the other side of that. And now in hindsight, of course, I'm like, oh yeah, I could have just, no, I couldn't actually give sugar up. And so don't worry, it'll get louder. When something needs to leave my life for my highest good, the indicators will get louder. And that pain was terrifying to me. I knew that I felt disabled. There's no way I could have walked on it. It was excruciating. Yeah. So, but no more. And I'm drinking my cherry juice like a good girl. It's cherry juice concentrate, 2 tablespoons a day. I'm not a doctor. I'm not suggesting you do it. I'm just saying what I'm doing. And I mix it with water and a little bit of monk fruit sugar. Monk fruit sugar doesn't have any it doesn't cause any high fructose. What is that? Glucosamine. Yeah, it is spike. Not at all. No blood sugar spike or drop or any of that. And it's really, really good. It's pretty expensive, but it's just me. So, wow, my angel aura. I don't know if you can see how green. Yeah, I think you can. How green she is right now. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go eat my dinner. I'm going to go reheat it. I feel so much better. And yeah, okay, right. Ignoring any of the thoughts, right, around it's just so beautiful because it's all very gradual. And at times it didn't feel like I could overcome certain things that I have that I don't even think about anymore. I don't know if thoughts about certain things come in or not anymore. I just got really good at ignoring them, not entertaining them at all. Not ignoring that. That feels like it could cause resistance. Well, that's what's needed to begin with, is to ignore them. But anything with practice becomes just automatic, just like the Spanish I'm learning. I did start learning Italian for a few weeks, and then I realized that a lot of my family members are learning Spanish, and I want to be able to talk to them in Spanish too. And so I think that's I'm having such a wonderful time, and I'm getting really good at it. Pretty soon I'll be talking to you in a little bit of Spanish, but I mean, I'm not that close yet. But I'm absorbing it a lot more quickly than I ever thought I could. All right, that's it. They're pointing out that this ascension work of of not entertaining old ideas, old beliefs, any thoughts surrounding anything like that. It may seem like a lot of work now because we're aware that we're doing it, but this is basically how we got conditioned when from birth up. It's nobody's fault. This is part of how it works, like here on planet Earth. We're born and then we get conditioned by other conditioned beings. And so we are not aware. Well, we're not aware that we're being conditioned at that time. And so now through the ascension process, we are letting go of any of the unnecessary conditioning that was done to us. I don't know better. It makes us sound like victims, but we're not. We're letting go of all that. We're healing all of that, and basically reconditioning ourselves by starving those old thought patterns and becoming more of our own true nature, which is presence. And automatically new ways of seeing just come in. And of course the right guides like Eckhart Tolle, um, they they help me to actually, they're saying, speak a different language. Yeah, that's very fitting, isn't it? Even though it's the English language, it's different than I've ever spoke. Well, I'm channeling the ancients too, but even before I got really fluent at being able to channel them, I just felt they're saying that it felt more extreme at that time because I wasn't used to it. But if anybody were to feel how it feels to me right now to channel the ancients, it would feel like mind blowing. But I've gotten used to it because it's my natural state of being. Yeah, it all used to seem so fantastical, and it still does. It seems incredibly miraculous. Often, very, very often, I'm incredibly surprised at how they come through for me, to me, the messages that they give me. I asked for one. I asked for a sign, specifically flashing lights, a flashing light bulb, because I saw a couple nights ago this woman sitting on her couch and she was missing her husband, and she was talking to her dogs, and she said, "I'm sure he is taking care of you, and I'm sure he is taking care of me too." And the light in her kitchen flashed twice, and you could tell that she believed it right away that it was him. And I said, "Okay, Dan, I want some flashing lights." And then the next day I went to clean the chiropractor's office, and I walked in and I set all my stuff down, and I looked up and there was a light flashing. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that was so fast. Thank you so much." And then of course my mind got a hold of it, or thoughts came in. See, I'm trying to differentiate when I'm speaking. I don't know if I need to yet, but since I see the mind as presence now, it's not something that comes in and tries to knock me off course. Neither are thoughts. It's only my attention to what comes in that can seemingly knock me off course. So the thoughts started coming in about, "Oh yeah, well that light bulb just needs replaced. It's probably been flashing like that for hours, and it's going to flash like that the whole time you're cleaning." But it didn't. It only flashed like that for about 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. And then it didn't flash the whole rest of the time. So I'm really happy about that. Jonathan has pointed out that it's important to not be too specific about what the sign is when we're asking for a sign. I do once in a while, though. It doesn't mean you can't, but it can be a setup for disappointment. And also the looking for it, it creates resistance. So ask and then go about your business, and you'll get it. You'll see it. Absolutely. Somebody's dog is running around like figure eighting through their legs right now. They're very happy to see you. It looks like a really light tan with like white. It's like tan and white, but long-haired dog, medium size, and a big smile. All right, that's it for now. satsongwithmamag@gmail.com. So weird I stood up for the whole thing. That's fine though. We love you so much.